What's up, guys? This is Clutch Fitness here. This week what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, this is going to be the start of a series. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be talking about what we're going to do for working muscle groups, so the splits that I work. So for this week what we're going to be going over is my chest back split. Next week we'll be going over more stuff there and so on. But without further ado, let's get right to the video. Here we go. Alright, so for my chest back split, I like to start out with the bench press. Overall, it's a big motion, it's going to be a big movement, working a lot of the bigger muscles, nailing the chest, of course, and a little of the shoulders, a little of the tries. Don't want to wear myself out, though, so this is my last set on this one, going a little bit lighter, really focusing on the contraction. Then we come over, we're supersetting. So we're hitting this with a superset with a downward fly here. Really focusing on keeping that same angle in the elbows to focus on the contraction through the chest, not wanting to hit the biceps here. I love the flies just for their motion, especially putting this along with a press, hitting two different areas of the chest. It's a nice combo there, so that's why I like to do that. Then we're going to go work the back. Now the back is the opposing muscle group to the chest, so it's going to be resisting when the chest is working, vice versa when the back is working, the chest is resisting. That's why I like to put these two together. Now, I'm going with the lat pull down as my first one here. Again, it's a big back movement here, using a lot of those big muscles. This one I'm going a little bit heavier on, so everything's good on that. I like to go heavy on the lat pull downs, really go on a wide grip there, space it out, spread the lats. Working on growing that lat spread. Then we're coming over, we're doing a downward kind of row motion here. On this one, really focusing on getting the lat stretched out in front of you. So you want to physically feel the lat stretch out, pulling straight back with the elbow. I like to compare it to as if I'm like a puppet and they're pulling, like there's a string attached to my elbow, so I'm just pulling back with the elbow, focusing on the lat contraction there. So this is a nice combo for the back, hitting the superset there between the lat pull down and then the rows on this. Alright, then we're going to move over. Now we got the incline bench press. We're losing clothing as we're going. So we got the incline bench here. Moving on from the back workout, then going to the chest again. So we're going chest, back, alternating there. The incline press, I don't know, I like it a lot. Really focusing on hitting that upper portion of the chest. Another big motion, so we want to do this one earlier in the workout too. Then we're going to superset this one. Again with a fly. This time though the handles are going to be more level with the chest as opposed to coming downward, so it's going to be coming straight across. So last time we did flat bench with a downward fly, this time we're coming with the incline press hitting the upper chest with a kind of middle height fly, focusing on different areas of the chest but overall hitting the same muscle group. Focus on the contraction of the chest, not the bicep again. Keep those elbows in the same angle. Then focusing, going back to the back. So what we're doing on this one, it's a variation of a lat pull down. I really like this for getting a good spread on the back, focusing on the upper portion of the lats. You can kind of see the muscle groups really working up in the back behind this shoulder blade. So the subscap muscles, along with all the muscles coming like the traps down the spine too. This one you want to go palms face in, so palms are facing each other, not facing forward like they would be on a normal lat pull. And they're spaced out nice and far to get the good lat spread though. Then supersetting that with a wide grip pull up. That's again focusing on hitting the lats. Like I said, I'm trying to grow my lats out nice and wide. Who doesn't want a nice wide back to get a good V-taper? Now we're mixing it up. Coming again with the back here, we're going bent over row, going with an underhand grip. Kind of depends on the person you are. If you want to go with an overhand grip, go for it. If you want to go with an underhand grip, go for it there too. But this isn't necessarily going to be for spreading out the lats. This is going to be for building the depth in the back. So this is why I like to do the bent over row with the barbell. Just getting those reps, go until failure. Really push yourself. Don't stop short of what you're capable of. Now we're going to be supersetting this with the chest. So really working the chest and back opposites here. So now we got a Sven press. This was a ridiculously heavy Sven press. Felt like Superman that night. With this, really focusing on just keeping the elbows nice and wide. And then also just press out, so you want to get that chest contraction there. You don't need to lock out the elbows, but at the same time you want to push far enough to get a good contraction. Alrighty, then with this one, we're going with a kind of a chest burnout here. So we're going with a parallel press individually to a fly. So we're going 1, 1, 1, then we're going 2, 2, 2. So we're going to climb our way up through this one. I like the parallel press kind of just for building up it's really, I mean, it's similar to a bench press, but at the same time it's just good for building up the overall kind of volume of the chest there. And again, supersetting the press with a fly. It's a nice version for getting the chest to grow. It works for me. I'm a pretty firm believer in putting the flies and the presses together. Now with this one, you want to go with a light enough weight where it's not necessarily going to be like ridiculously hard on your second one, but on the fifth one, well, I went up to 5. On the fifth one, you want to be like screaming that you want to stop, but of course don't stop, because we're pushing through our limits, because that's how we're going to grow. Got to tear those muscle fibers, refeed afterwards. That's where we're getting that growth. It's getting a little tough there. There it is. And a flex. And another flex. So now we're coming to the lats. Again, after we went with the rows, going on a hammer strength machine here. I like the hammer strengths because it's kind of like a free motion machine, but you can also jack up the weight on it. What I'm doing is I'm going from the side, but I'm hitting the front handle. There's 2 different handles. There's the front handle and the back handle because it's an isolateral machine. The front handle is going to be focusing more on pulling the lat forward, pulling the shoulder forward, so getting that spread there. And then the back one's going to be more squeezing the muscles all through the back. So the front one's going to be more for the lat spread. The back one's going to be more for kind of the littler muscle contractions back there. I was going heavier on this. This was my last set of this one. So I was pretty burnt out, and as you can see, I mean, yes, form is important, but when you're trying to shock the muscles into muscle growth, you want to not only focus, so earlier in the, like on my first set, I was going nice and light to focus on that contraction, and then I was working heavier too, to get that muscle shock there. So pushing kind of past that point of failure, give yourself a couple seconds rest if you need to during the set, but don't stop there, keep going, get the number that you want to do. Alright, and this is a different variation of a fly here, and so this is going to go with the dumbbells. Ooh, nice finger. So this is with the dumbbells here, so what we're going to be doing is it's as if, this is on an incline too, so this is as if you're going to be doing just a normal incline dumbbell bench press, so palms face forward, but then you're going to go with the fly motion, so the palms stay face forward the whole time. Now the body's not used to this, so you're going to be going a lot later than what you would normally do on this, but then focusing on getting that good stretch. Once you feel that stretch, don't go past that point. Feel that stretch, and then bring it back up from there. I like this variation because I feel it more coming up through, if you think of the pecto-antebrachialis muscle, that's going to work from the chest all the way up into the shoulder. Supersetting this with some push-ups, going on a little platform here. You don't have to do it like how I'm doing it. If you want to go just with regular push-ups, feet elevated to make it a little tougher, go for it. Just go until failure on these since it's a bodyweight one. There's that failure point. But I had a couple more reps to do, so we're going to keep pushing. In 3, 2, 1, yep. Finish it off. Alright guys, so that's my split there for chest back. Of course, it's going to change up here and there. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at our fitness page on Instagram and on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the other videos for the series that we're going to be doing here regarding the workout splits. Stay tuned for all the details coming up on that, and I hope to see you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. See you next Friday.